Sa serbisyong ko mula sa unang taon ng aking panunungkulan sa mga kabundukan ng Maguindanao, Lanao at North Cotabato hanggang sa maitalaga ako sa pinakamataas na posisyon ng pambansang pulisya, ang kapakanan ng mamamayan ang nagsilbing gabay at inspirasyon ko. Mahal na Pangulong Benigno S. Aquino III, dating Pangulo Fidel Valdez Ramos, Kalihim Marojas, ang ating bagong hirang na Chief of the Philippine National Police, Deputy Director General Alan Purisima, Executive Secretary, Secretary Gasmin, mga panauhin at mga kong kababayan. When I accepted the challenge to lead the Philippine National Police in September 2011, I vowed to render to the Filipino people the kind of services that they truly deserve. Ang serbisyong tapat at marangal, ang serbisyong may pagkukusa. Kasabay nito ang hangaring tahakin kasama ng ating Pangulo at bawat miyembro ng kapulisan ang matuwid na daan tungo sa kapayapaan at kaunlaran. I immediately set to work defining my vision for the police force in a 10-point agenda that was anchored on the PNP's reform plan that served to guide its path towards becoming a highly capable, effective, and credible police service. At aking hangarin, ang kapulisan pagkatapos ng aking serbisyo na may self-esteem at self-pride, competent and confident, at higit sa lahat, ang laging nasa isip ay serbisyong may pagkukusa. Sa pagbaba ko sa pwesto, sa araw na ito, panatag ang loob ko na iiwanan ang ating kapulisan na higit na may dangal at kakayahan, higit na may tiwala sa sarili at masigasig magserbisyo sa ating sambayanan. Dahil sa pinaigting natin ng moral and welfare programs, gumanda ang kalagayan ng ating mga pulis. Housing and educational assistance program and other benefits were made more accessible to other personnel. With 5,108 families finally assigned their houses and lots, and 3,589 awardees accepting their seats in various PNP housing locations nationwide. And with the generous support of the Department of Health, we now have 6 PNP regional hospitals serving our personnel, while the Camp Crame General Hospital has just been completed. We have efficiently distributed our funds for internal security operations to the field units where they are most needed. And we finally attained a 100% fill-up in short firearms for our police personnel. To cap it all, our PNP personnel now enjoy higher salaries with the implementation of the last tranche of the monthly salary schedule. Nagpapasalamat po kami sa ating Commander-in-Chief for making all of this possible. On governance, the PNP was awarded the Governance Trailblazer Seal on April 10 of this year and the Silver Governance Trailblazer Seal on September of this year. This was given by the Institute for Solidarity in Asia and the National Competitiveness Council for the firm and sustained implementation of the PNP Patrol Plan 2030, which is our roadmap towards real and lasting transformation. We were subsequently conferred with the proficiency status, which is the third stage in the 4-stage program of the governance system pathway and we are well aware that we are now on our way to achieving the institutionalized status, which is the fourth and final stage. This was affirmed by the increasing positive public perception on the Philippine National Police, born out of its continuing efforts on good governance and transformation. At dahil binibigyang halaga at pansin ng ibang institusyon ating pagsisikap tungo sa tunay na reforma, taas nooring nagsisilbi ang ating Philippine National Police. A significant development in our good governance efforts is the institutionalization of appropriate guidelines and procedures which resulted in improved and more efficient management of the PNP's procurement, financial, and logistics systems. I am pleased to say that the accountability and transparency now characterize all stages of procurement in the police force. We focused on the continuous development of competencies, the enhancement of individual skills, and specialization with premium on investigation, resource management, and disaster response skills. All our investigators have now been appropriately trained. Further, with the continuation of our PNP Crisis Action Force, I must say our police personnel can now perform more efficiently and effectively their role as responders in crisis situations. When I assumed command of the Philippine National Police, I said that discipline will remain a central focus of my leadership, with the performing personnel receiving their just rewards and the erring properly sanctioned. During my term, a total of 250,938 awards were given. 29,790 were promoted to the next rank. On the other hand, we have dismissed 223 erring personnel, demoted 66, and suspended 481. Mahalaga ang pagkakaisa at pagkakaintindihan ng komunidad at ng ating pulisya. Ito ay upang masugpo ang krimen. This designated a police supervisor acting as police sa barangay and serving as the conduit between the police and the community. Likewise, with the deployment of at least 10% of our administrative personnel, we have further effectively increased police visibility, which is a major deterrent to crime. And while we serve and protect the community, we placed a premium on the promotion of rights-based policing with intensified conduct of projects geared towards institutional policy development, capability building, and the prevention and control of human rights violations. We have firmly implemented the periodic inspection and monitoring of lock-up cells nationwide. Human rights desks have also been established in all 17 police regional offices nationwide. Given all that we have done toward an improvement of competencies, what best reflects the gains we have achieved is the decrease in crime rate on a national scale and the successful arrest of criminals and wanted persons. As I have said time and again, one criminal in the street is one criminal too many, and one criminal off the street accords our citizens with a sound sleep. With the sustained accounting of wanted persons and the intensified service of warrants of arrest, we have placed behind bars 137 of the country's most wanted persons with a head price each or monetary reward for their capture. Also, a total of 37,797 persons were arrested, 303 surrendered, and 12 were killed. This is in connection with our campaign against the most wanted persons without head prices. Our intensified anti-illegal drugs resulted in the arrest of 16,651 and confiscation of illegal drugs with an estimated value of 2.2 billion pesos. We have subsequently filed 12,000 cases in courts, and we were able to neutralize 234 criminal gangs. We also arrested 13,015 persons in our anti-illegal gambling drive. In relation to this, 22 police commanders found to be remiss in their effort were relieved from their posts in line with our policy, one strike policy. Effectively supporting our crime prevention, investigation, and solution efforts is the completion and operationalization of the PNP's e-blotter, e-warrant, and e-rogues gallery systems, as well as the establishment of the PNP's DNA facilities and the Integrated Ballistics Identification Systems, or IBs. I am pleased to say that the IBs, in fact, recently won the Volmer International Award for Forensic Science, a result of the efficiency and proficiency demonstrated by the IB section of the PNP Crime Laboratory. With improved delivery of services, the PNP's anti-criminality program garnered an approval rating of 56% in the May 2012 survey conducted by Pulse Asia, second only